So what is going to happen, my gorgeous Virgo? What is going to happen at the beginning of this week? You are going to be so happy. You are going to be so optimistic. You are going to be so excited. You know it's to do with some kind of like a mind-blowing personal achievement. This is going to mean to you so much. Yes, it's to do with some kind of success. Yes, it's to do with some kind of accomplishment. Yes, it's to do with like a huge achievement. But on top of all that, my God, I don't even know how to explain this, because this is going to mean to you so much, my babies. You are literally going to break free here. This is going to be it's going to be such a powerful and liberating moment. And you will know why this is, because a really bad and dark stage and dark negative problem, at the same time, it's going to come to an end. This was affecting you. This was affecting you within the last few months. I'm not saying that you were necessarily being like maybe a little bit negative and a little bit dark, but it was affecting you, so it was affecting that particular balance that was like kind of causing you to be a little bit negative, and that negativity was preventing you, your own self, to kind of give a credit to yourself whenever the credit is due, because you are remarkable, my gorgeous Virgolini. And I'm saying that you're remarkable and amazing, because only if you're remarkable and amazing, you can have this type of achievement. So there are two things that are going to come from it. One is to do with your success. Brilliant success, okay? You're gonna feel really proud and really pleased with yourself. But another thing that is gonna come up out of it, it's like you are gonna elevate yourself literally. You're gonna become strong, you're gonna become very brave, and you're gonna become you're going to become ridiculously powerful, okay? And this in itself, it's also going to kind of show what a great leader you actually are. So now this, my gorgeous Virgolini, it's going to pretty much so be a really big moment of victory, fantastic moment of your personal progress, but also at the same time, it's going to give you this confidence which you're going to feel it's going to be completely out of this world. You're not going to be able to like kind of be relaxed or chilled out, because now at this moment in time there are going to be all sorts of ideas on your mind, and on top of that you're going to feel so energetic, like oh my God, and you are going to be thinking about how you can make this a really wise choice at this stage of your life. And this wise choice is something that's to do with your life in general, with your lifestyle in general, and it's probably to do with one of the biggest decisions you've ever made, okay? And it's to do with something that you've been thinking about for a while. And I don't need to tell you what this is, because you are gonna be thinking about that particular wise choice. That this in itself, it's really gonna be absolutely obvious, but it's also that wise choice that you're gonna be thinking about. It's like some kind of a new idea, my gorgeous Virgolini, which you've had for a while, but only now you are going to be able to implement this into your life. And on top of that, not soon after that moment in time, an incredible message you are going to have. Absolutely incredible message. And that incredible message that you're going to have, it's like pretty much so you're gonna realize that something is like, oh my God, oh my Lord, manifesting really quickly. And you are gonna feel like this great sense of urgency. And this in itself is gonna really motivate you right now to make a really quick decision. And that quick decision that you are going to make, it's gonna be based on the idea which you've had for a while, but now in itself, this is gonna bring you on top, baby, and you will know it is absolutely imminent. A wise choice to do right now at this stage of your life. You know what I really like? I like that this is a lot to do with your karma. It's a lot to do with your spiritual journey. It's a lot to do with your inner calling. It's a lot to do, again, with one phase coming to an end and another one is about about to take over. Absolutely mind-blowing. And this new phase, it's going to help you to sail through things that were like slowing you for so long, like there is no tomorrow. That's why I'm saying that you're gonna feel like you're gonna be literally on top of the world, baby. Absolutely brilliant. And this, as I said, it's gonna all happen completely unpredictable. And this is why I like this, because it's a lot to do with your own turning point, the beginning of a remarkable change in your life when you least expected. Although it's to do with certain things that you have been waiting for a while, my gorgeous Virgolini. This is going to be a highly refreshing stage of your life. New energy, it's about to come in. You need to understand what you're doing right now. You're contributing towards a long-term success. You're contributing towards a much better lifestyle. You're contributing towards your own happiness. You're contributing towards you doing the right thing, you know. It's absolutely brilliant indeed. Just remember, this is to do with a long-term success, but it's not only to do with success, but it's also to do with something that your spirit needs, something that your soul needs. Oh my God, for something like this, my gorgeous Virgolini, you know how you're gonna feel, like you were well due, you know, for a while now. Absolutely brilliant. And the more it feels like, oh my God, I've been waiting for this moment for ages. I've been waiting for this for a while. And the more it feels like this, my gorgeous Virgolini, the more of an impact on your life in general this is actually going to make. Indeed, absolutely brilliant. And also at the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Virgolini, listen to me very carefully. Why are you ignoring some kind of a talent that you have? Why are you ignoring some kind of a talent that you have? There is something that you're so good at. There is something that you're so brilliant at. There is something that you're so amazing at. But it's also to do with something that you haven't done in absolute ages. Why? Why? Every single one of us is sacred. Every single one of us is like on a sacred spiritual journey. But those things that you are talented about, those things that you're so special about, it's like a gift from God, my gorgeous Virgolini. It's something that just comes with you. It's something that's born with you. It's something that you need to keep on nurturing and taking with you on the next and again next and again next and again next on the, you know, next level of your life. So you are gonna be reminded of some kind of a talent, something that you're so talented about, something that you used to do, but you're not doing this anymore. Okay? You need to understand. Look at it. Let me tell you. Where is it? Virgolin. Virgolini, Virgo, Virgolin. Virgolini, Virgo, Virgolin. Listen to this. That talent, you will be aware of the talent, something that you're not doing and you should be doing it. And you see this? You see what I mean? That it's going to lead towards the new beginning. Virgolin, Virgo, 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 Virgolin. That is going to lead towards the new beginning. And there are like about 3,750 oracle cards on the floor. Okay. Let me just see everything that fell on the floor. That is going to lead towards the new beginning. That is going to lead towards an important commitment. Okay. You're going to connect and reconnect with the nature. Very, very important. It's going to bring a love into your life. And at the same time, it's going to this very, very dark stage, something very dark, something that you were blaming yourself all your life. You will be able to see in a different angle, from a different angle. And that, my gorgeous Virgolini, it's probably going to be one of the greatest moments of your enlightenment you ever had, because it's ultimately going to lead towards probably the most powerful transformation ever. My God, how amazing this is actually going to be. So now, my gorgeous Virgolini, also, when it comes to the beginning of this week, I need to mention this, not related to everything that I said, not related to anything that I said so far, but you're also like kind of, you know how you're gonna know what am I talking about here, because somebody who's very close to you is gonna point something out to you, somebody very close to you, very important to you. It's going to mention something to you, and it's going to remind you of some kind of a specific goal here. The difference, something that you have been so devoted to, but almost as if like you've been going through so much stress that you've been kind of neglecting this as well. So somebody who's very close to you, somebody who you really love dearly, it's gonna point out this to you. It's gonna suggest this to you. And now what is gonna surprise you, how brave you're gonna feel, and how you normally that would like really kind of put you off, because the elements connected to it which are really making you feel like, oh my god, I'm not too sure if I do this. Lots of like kind of unknown things that would normally take over and which would put you off. You're really going to surprise yourself. How come now you're gonna feel so brave about it? This is why, because as soon as you kind of do this, and you are going to listen to this person, and you are going to kind of put more effort towards some kind of specific goal here, and as soon as that happens, this is so important, because on a personal level you will realize that step is not so much about you putting something towards a specific goal, but it's more about right now doing the right thing and following your soul, paying attention to your spirit, and recognizing, ooh, I feel different right now. There is a reason for it, because as soon as you make this step, my gorgeous Virgolini, you're actually going to realize what's making you incomplete. And that in itself is going to show an obstacle in your life, and something that you're going to worry about, and something that you were struggling with, but at least you will really kind of something that's going to be highlighted that you didn't know before. And this is kind of, it's more about at this stage of your life, it's going to open your eyes, bring clarity, and make you aware of like what to pay attention to. And that in itself is, when it comes to something like this, a quite important starting point as well. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Virgolini, what is actually going to happen, you know what you're gonna realize. It's going to happen like this first of all, at around the midweek, oh my god, first of all, somebody is really going to irritate you, and somebody is going to like kind of be maybe like a little bit rude to you, and somebody is going to be like a little bit lippy with you, almost like as if somebody will want to have like a bit of like an argument with you. Nothing huge, nothing major, but this is going to be a very important sign, an indication that you do have to set the boundaries. You do have to set the certain boundaries here, okay? Because very soon after that moment in time, you are actually going to realize that you have lost your way a little bit, you know? And that in itself is going to kind of help you to identify what this is, and it's also going to kind of put you in the right frame of mind to rethink your approach when it comes to you basically releasing baggage and moving on. You have to be honest with yourself. Listen, you have to be very honest with yourself here. If you don't take care of yourself, my gorgeous Virgolini, nobody else will. Well, not necessarily, but you know what I mean. There are certain things that we go through in our lives that, that only we can reflect on. Only we can reflect on. So you really have to be very honest with yourself here. What is causing this baggage? What is causing this baggage? Because you are going through a very important transition right now. You're going through a very important change. You need to kind of understand that there are certain things that you have to kind of leave behind. But this is the very much so a major one. So it's something that was making you to not to be yourself. Something that's making you to lose your way. So you will realize, oh, I've lost my way. So it's sometimes to do with a specific person or specific people in our lives that are creating so much of a bad, dark and negative energy, and it's affecting us. You need to identify what this is and slowly but surely start moving on. You need to make sure that, I know it sounds like, oh God, but you need to make sure that you're surrounded by the people who are not as negative when it comes to their energy, because you're so precious. You're very powerful when it comes to being psychic and intuitive, but you're also rather sensitive. when it comes to those people that are negative and they're projecting this negative energy on you. But you know what? I said to you before that you need to be honest here with yourself. So you already were aware of it. So it's only going to be highlighted, you know, like you need to rethink your approach. But this in itself is like how to kind of release baggage and move on. So you need to leave this behind. You need to understand that you are most certainly making the right choice here, my gorgeous Virgolini. Indeed, like, oh my goodness, okay? And also, by the time you get to the last part of this week, you know, by the time you get to the last part of this week, there is this person, a really beautiful person, a very honest person, a very genuine person, that somebody very smart, very clever, very genuine, and very kind of gentle as well. That person, it's like kind of, you're either going to be having a conversation with this person, or either you're going to be looking at that person and you will feel a very powerful connection to that person. So you're either going to be told directly by this person something that you are responsible for. Okay, and if anybody, like kind of, if you would kind of get this information from somebody else, almost as if you would be offended a little bit, but because this person is so beautiful, you will be able to understand and feel this from a different angle. So you're either going to be told this directly by this gorgeous, wonderful, very gentle and very smart person, or maybe it's somebody who you really connect to and you're watching that person online or something, and then you're watching that person and suddenly you understand something very personal when it comes to your specific situation. But the bottom line is that through that person, whichever way, you're going to understand something that you are responsible for, something that you are responsible for, and you're going to understand that on one hand you're going to need to make an important adjustment, and you normally you wouldn't like this, but then because it's to do with a very special person, you will be able to see this in a different light. And as soon as you make this adjustment, you will know what this is to do with something that you are responsible for. So as soon as you make an important adjustment, you know you are gonna realize something very, very interesting about yourself, and otherwise you would never realize this, something that makes you feel so good and so happy and so creative as well. There is something really interesting that you are indeed going to find out about yourself. Very interesting beginning of a very unusual little journey, which is also going to be so important when it comes to you. When you find yourself on that path, you are going to meet some very, very interesting people who are going to make a huge impact on your life. Just remember, you're moving on from negativity and you're floating, my gorgeous Virgolini, towards the positivity. Absolutely brilliant indeed. And also, my gorgeous Virgolini, when it comes to the last part of this week, you know, and when it comes to you already like kind of feeling very, very creative, you are really kind of gonna be doing something, you're gonna be working on something at around the end of the week, you know, something is gonna, something that you haven't done in a while, but it's just gonna make you feel really creative, and you're gonna love it, and you're gonna be like, oh my God, I'm really enjoying this. It's maybe to do with the certain things that you will keep on putting off, certain things that you needed to do, needed to working on, whatever this is to do with something that you will keep on putting off, but now you're just gonna, ooh la la baby, you're gonna recognize the energy is different, and you are gonna find yourself being really creative about something that was really annoying you, and then suddenly you're gonna realize there is this very powerful indication that you are going to have, very powerful insight that you have to follow your heart, you know, and when it comes to this burden in your life, that you have to follow your heart when it comes to the specific burden in your life, and that in itself is pretty much so, on one hand going to start the process of healing, on another hand is going to really make you emotionally stable as well, because that this particular burden that I'm talking about, it's also has also like kind of created so many negative thoughts, and it was like kind of like it created this self-imposed you created this self-imposed restriction. So you know, as soon as you kind of realize what this is, my gorgeous Virgolini, at the same time, just remember, you follow your heart, because you're gonna have an insight. What exactly you need to do with this burden. This is so important, because when it comes to that particular burden, this particular burden is affecting your relationships with people, and it's affecting it's affecting your progress in life in general. So this is why this is going to be so important. And also, my gorgeous Virgolini, at around the end of the week, let me tell you, after that moment in time, I like this so much. My goodness, there is something which is going to inspire you, like on a completely different level. Some kind of inspiration, my gorgeous Virgolini, something is gonna inspire you so much at around the end of the week as well. Absolutely brilliant. Something which you're going to discover, something which you're gonna realize, you know, it's going to inspire you, and you are gonna have like all sorts of ideas, because it's to do with like a limited potential. But when you're limitless potential, but when you're thinking about it, you're gonna feel so free. You're gonna feel like you want to explore. You're gonna feel so excited. You are going to feel your personal freedom. Why? Because subconsciously you will not understand this, but subconsciously you are being guided by your spirit and by your soul, because this in itself, it's gonna be, what are you gonna discover with a limitless potential? On one hand, this is going to make one of your dreams, my gorgeous Virgolini, to come true, and it's gonna happen by the end of September 2024. One of your dreams are literally going to come true, like, oh my god. But on another hand, this is really also going to bring emotional stability as well. Okay, my gorgeous Virgolini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. I love you. Bye.